Welcome to the first podcast of 2024.
It's been a minute.
It has. It's been a long time. We didn't even do one in December.
No, we've been busy.
Yeah, we had the Under-17 showcase, the water polo, or the Under-17 soccer tournament, the water polo showcase, and then Chris here. A lot's been happening.
Golf. Yeah, everything.
And then we've got this guy sitting in between us, Harry Eastwick.
Who is
How
he?
you going, brother?
Yeah,
Thanks for
good.
coming, man.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, we're good, bro. It's stoked to have you here, man, on our first podcast of 2024. And for those that don't know who Harry is, he's a student athlete of ours. He is up here in Auckland getting his visa as he embarks on his college journey this August in 2024. Harry, give everyone a bit of an intro, because I'll be either watching this or listening to this in the car.
Or they know who you are already.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm
Maybe.
excited. I'm excited to be here. So I joined the platform team. Recruited. I talked to Amber about a year ago.
Yeah,
I think it would have been. Had a consultation. And joined the program.
You and your mum actually were on that consultation, right?
Yeah, it's down in Christchurch. You remember that?
I do remember that, actually.
That was a good one, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't feel that long ago, to be honest.
I remember I was still in school uniform. It was after
Yeah.
school that day. It was
That's right.
it was a good one. And then from there we went on to find out what you thought about me, and turned out you liked me a little bit, which is
Bro,
good
you're
stuff.
a talent, man. You're a talent.
Thought I had potential.
Yeah, I think you were good, because on that consult, what William and I do is we actually ask a lot of questions and see who answers it. Is it the parents or is it the athletes? And you actually took, what do you call it, initiative in that meeting, and you asked all the right questions. You answered the questions that we were asking you. And I was like, yep, this guy is going to do really well in the US. So got you on board, didn't we? And networked you. And where are you off to, man?
I'm off to New York, to upstate New York.
Let's go.
Should be fun.
Are you going to get
Finger Lakes Community College.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. It's gonna be good fun.
Are you going to come back with a horrific accent? Coffee?
I hope not. I hope I keep that Kiwi tongue. It's pretty important, isn't
You'll
it?
be surprised, man, that some of our athletes go there and they're like 2 months into it, and I'm like, hey, how you going? Like, yeah, pretty good. I'm over here in America. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Mine was saying like. I got back from the States and my mum just ripped me out every time I said like. I'd be like this. You know, I'd just like this. And I kept saying it, and then I started.
Is it the way you said it, or just saying the words like this?
Just saying the word like in the sentence. I'd say it like 3 or 4 times a sentence, because that's how they speak over there.
Yeah.
And I was like saying things like trash, and I just got absolutely
You said
ripped.
the word trash.
I got ripped by my family for it.
And you got three brothers in your family, eh?
Yeah, it's
mate,
not.
that's rough.
It's easy pickings when you come back with a bit of an accent. So,
Easy
Yeah.
target.
but you just got to be prepared for it, mate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bro, why did you choose the college that you chose?
Well, for me, like, obviously a big thing is support. I had spoken to a few other coaches, and the Finger Lakes just stuck out. The support system they had for international students was like second to none. They had thought of like everything from from the mental side, from physical trainings. They were like fully willing to support me, even if I wasn't going to choose their college. They're still willing to support me after that.
Coach David,
Yeah,
he's a good bloke.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And how important was it for your mum, like, getting to meet the coach? Because I know that when we did that free consultation, your mum was excited about this opportunity, but she was also a bit nervous and a bit sad that, you know, you're going to be going to the US. How's that been for your mum?
Yeah, she's been totally excited about the opportunity for me. I mean, it's starting to sink in now. I leave in about 7-8 months, and it's starting to become a bit of a reality now. And so I think now she's getting a little bit worried, but I'm overall, like, she's so excited for me, and I'm buzzing. I just want to get over there, play some football, play some soccer, and just have a good time.
Did you always back yourself that this would happen, that before you contacted us, that in the future you'll be heading to New York to play soccer at a college?
No way.
Really?
Yeah, well...
You seem like such a confident person.
Well, I didn't start playing competitive soccer until I was 16. I played social soccer until then, and then from there I sort of took off, and within 2 or 3 years I sort of just developed at like such a quick rate, and I'm hoping to just take soccer as far as I can and just see where it takes me in the States. So it should be real fun. I'm so excited.
Well, we'll get into this topic a little bit later, but I'm sure you're going to be a wealthy man in the future with some things that you got going on up your sleeve. We'll get to that.
Mate.
We'll get to that. But for those that are watching this or listening to this in their car, Harry flew up from Christchurch. So we're up here in Auckland at our office in Newmarket. Harry flew up this morning, William went and picked him up this morning. You were
Yeah.
battling traffic this morning, weren't you?
Yeah, and you picked a bloody early flight as
I
well.
know. I woke up at 3:30 this morning.
You woke up at 3:30.
Yeah, went for a run. It was dark. It was cold, but we got it done. That's all that matters.
Bro, waking up early in Christchurch is a battle.
I know.
It's cold down there.
Especially at night.
Yeah, nah, for sure. So you picked him up at the airport this morning. And then
Brought
what did
him
you
in.
guys do?
We came into the office, had a bit of a chin wag, and then I had a couple meetings, so just messed around a little bit, and then headed into your consulate interview.
Yeah, it was good.
So I think you're probably one of our first athletes that has actually done their consulate interview.
Am I?
For August.
For August.
One of the few,
Oh.
yeah. We've only had like maybe 2 or 3 that have had their meetings done.
That does show kind of how good your college is and getting all this info to you.
Yeah, they've been so supportive. They've been rapid with everything. But the process has been real quick fire. It's been great.
And tell us about the consulate interview. I know we had a bit of a yarn about it before.
Walk us through what it's like, because this purpose of this podcast.
People freak out.
Is to educate people about the whole process, right?
Yeah.
We want to kind of put like a spotlight on everything. So tell us exactly what happened. You were here at the office. We put up your papers. I was sitting next to you before, and then I went for a meeting, so I got no idea what you did. So talk us through it.
Yeah, so I got a ride down to the consulate, and
Stefan dropped you off.
Yeah,
Shout out, Stefan.
what a legend. He dropped me off. I whipped up Google Maps trying to find out where the building was. It took me a few minutes to find it.
It is hidden, eh?
It is quite tucked away. Yeah. Got inside. Trying to figure out what floor the US embassy was on. Then went up there. Went through security. When you go through security, they take everything off you, like my watches, your phone, your wallet, all
Just
that
like
stuff.
going through an airport.
Exactly, just like an airport, because once you get through, you're technically on US soil.
Yeah.
So you went through there. All I had on me was my F1 forms and my application for the F1 visa. And then we got into the queue. What I didn't realise, it was going to be about a 2-hour wait.
How many kids were there? Were there kids or just a bunch of people?
There was a bunch of people, some my age, some a little bit older, probably around 30 odd people there.
Okay. And how many people were servicing that 30 people? How many staff were working there?
So to get checked in, there was only one person checking in, and then there was 2 people doing the interviews.
Damn. Okay. All right. And when you were inside waiting, obviously, did you have your phone on you?
Nah, I had nothing on me. I had no concept of what the time was.
So you just read your F1 form like 300 times.
Yeah, I know.
I can't exactly remember, but I remember being there. I was only probably 6 years ago now. I was sitting there, but I thought I had my phone. From what I remember sitting there thinking I've watched like half a movie in the time I've gotten from like the back to the start of the line. So I don't know when they started taking your phones off you, but that sucks.
Yeah, I haven't actually heard that before from an athlete. But usually the athletes take a book. Or some, like, for example, I had an athlete say, I should have took a book. But I was like, but you had your phone. So maybe that's why.
Maybe we should start telling our athletes to take books.
Well, that's the point of this podcast.
Yeah.
Now you guys all know.
Take a book to your consulate.
Yeah, definitely take some form of entertainment. Maybe bring a pack of cards or something and play some
solitaire.
Play
on
some
the
solitaire
ground,
by yourself. Yeah.
What do they ask you when you get there?
They just asked questions like why do I want to go to the States, and how I'm going to get there and how I'm going to pay for it all. And I've obviously already sorted that all out with Finger Lakes because of the work they've been doing with me. So everything was pretty easy from there once I got into the interview.
Cool.
Yeah.
How long was it?
Well, to be honest, I'm not too sure what the time was, so I wasn't too
like
sure.
10 minutes, an hour?
I would say the interview itself would have been about 10 to 15 minutes. It wasn't too long. It's just some basic questions they had to answer.
It's like a theme park. You wait 2 hours for a 10-minute interview.
Yeah.
Straight through, eh?
Yeah.
That's awesome, bro. So they've got your passport now, right?
Yeah.
So you should get that back in 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's
Nice,
good.
brother. And then what's your job now? Like, are you working?
Yeah, I'm working at the moment. I've got until August till I leave, so I just work, get as much money as I can.
Save as much as you can.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you did a bit of that before you went to college, didn't you? Will? What were you doing?
I was driving the truck for my old man, and I was doing like 60, 70-hour weeks, just pumping it out because, it's important that you don't have that stress when you're over there. Having a bit of savings going over, I think, is real important. There's nothing worse than having to just rely on mum and dad to be sending you money over all the time. Especially because it's so tough to send money. Well, it might be a bit easier now with like the Wise cards and everything, but No, that's sick, man. And what else do you get up to besides working? You've got a bit of a side gig going on.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a side gig going on.
Plug it, man. It's a free plug.
Yeah, so would have been about January last year, I started my own social media platform.
Yeah.
Where I just posted my goalkeeping content.
What's it called?
It's called HE Goalkeeping on TikTok and Instagram.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go. And what kind of goalkeeping content is there?
Well, I've got a lot of everything at the moment. I started off with my training videos. Well, because my real reason why I started it was so I could analyze my technique, because I wanted to become a better goalkeeper, and there's no better way to do that than watching your videos back and analyzing your techniques to like the finer details. Because it's those 1%, isn't it, in sports? You got to be good at those 1%ers to especially to get anywhere in the sports. And your athletes will know that. Yeah, so that was the first big thing that I wanted to do. And then from there, I was showing my mates, and they were like, you should post this online. And I was like, all right then. So I posted a few online. The first few stunk. They were really bad.
Yeah.
Got like no views. But then one day, I posted my first game of the season.
When you mean posted, like, where's the camera?
The camera sits in my goal.
So it sits on the top post.
Got a little GoPro, right?
GoPro in the bottom corner.
Okay, so the bottom corner,
Yeah.
and you just turn it on and just play a game, a soccer game.
Yeah, I just turn it on, leave it there, play a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you posted it, and as you clip it up into highlights, or?
Yeah, so I clip it up into the highlights, my saves, maybe goals I conceded or the goals we've scored.
Any banter moments with the
Yeah,
strikers?
there's a bit of chirp. There's a bit of chirp.
Yeah. There's very few games that I play now where the striker won't recognise the camera, and every time they score, they're going up to it, celebrating in it and stuff like that. And you're like,
you just take that out.
yeah. I don't know.
Nah, and then what happened? So overnight,
I remember going to sleep and waking up the next morning and seeing the video. It was on like 700,000 views, and I was like, holy smokes.
yeah, bro, that must be the craziest feeling.
Hicker.
I gained like a few thousand followers and stuff, and I constantly throughout the day I'd keep refreshing the page to watching the views go up. And then by about 10 a.m. that day I was at 1 million views, and I was buzzing. And then from there I've just been growing slowly.
Did you get anyone DM you on the back of that video?
I did actually. I had a few companies DM me, trying to look for me to sponsor, for them to sponsor me, for me to promote their products and stuff.
Yeah.
Mainly goalkeeping companies, with goalkeeper gloves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I worked with a goalkeeper company down in Canterbury.
Awesome.
Who I'm
local company.
Local company. I'm now good friends with them. And it's been real fun working with different
awesome,
brands
man.
and stuff.
What video? What's your highest viewed video that you got out at the moment?
My most viewed video at the moment was my first game of the season that I posted at the start of the year. It's at 13.1 million views.
Well, that's double plus some of the entire New Zealand. Here we are with like 700 views.
Hopefully this gets some
That's full of me, yeah.
views. Everyone clip it up.
Make sure we tag HE goalkeeping.
Yeah.
But no,
That's awesome.
I mean, I think it's crazy, and it's such a success story, because how many times have we told athletes about getting out on social media in a positive way and promoting their game?
All the time, bro.
Pretty much every podcast.
But I think, what's some advice you can give some athletes? Because I think a lot of athletes think that it's lame to make an Instagram called like John Doe Golf or John Doe Tennis or John Doe Soccer, and then post sport-related clips of them doing well because they think their mate's going to make fun of them. What's some feedback you can give?
Well, for me, when I started, that was obviously a little bit of a concern. My friends making fun of me and stuff for my videos and stuff like that. But my idea behind it was, what's the worst thing that can happen is that if I post a video and it gets any views, if it gets 50 views or 100,000 views, I'm still getting views, I'm still getting engagement on my videos. And I knew that going into this, that college coaches would like that. They see how committed I am to a hobby that I love doing, and from there, that's just been the ultimate goal, just to keep progressing throughout my platform, and just to keep growing it, because ultimately there's two things. One, the coaches are gonna like it, so that's one thing, because they see the hobby that I've got, and the second thing is, if I do get big enough, which fortunately for me I have, I can then start to get brand deals. I can start to make some money from it, which can then pay for my college fees and stuff like that. So there's 2 factors there that's going to help my college career throughout my next steps. And so the first few videos, my friends did make fun of me a bit, but like ultimately I knew what my purpose was for doing it, and that was to help me with my college recruitment. And it didn't really matter to me what my friends were saying, because I had my reasons for it, and it wasn't to impress them or impress anyone else. It was for me and for my future. So
Yeah,
You heard it here.
yeah, you got to look at the mission, right? Like, what is your mission?
Yeah.
And your mission is to go and play soccer in the States, and you can't let anyone stop you.
exactly,
You
that's
just got to put your head down and keep working. And mate, if your mates still give you a hard time about posting content, they aren't your mates.
You need new mates, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I
Now
had
I bet all your mates are trying to get in on the videos.
Yeah, that does happen quite often. Oh, can I film a video with you, Harry? Yeah, I want to be on your
can you
TikTok.
tag me?
Yeah.
That's funny, bro. Like, I mean, when I started posting some videos back on Instagram, some of them are really cringe. Back when I was 22, mate, we're talking like 8-9 years ago. Yeah, sure, my boys at uni used to make a few comments here and there.
Yeah.
I know they love me. But hey, 9 years of posting content has resulted in me being the MC for my mate's wedding. Thanks, Sam Jones. But I mean, you just got to put yourself out there, bro. And you just got to give it your best crack, because if you don't want to have the what if.
Exactly. Like, if I post a video and it does bad, it doesn't make a difference, because there'll always be my next video I can post. Like, if it gets 2 views, as I said before, like any views is still views. Like, so engagement, it doesn't really matter to me as long as I'm posting, and that's all that matters.
Plus, it's the perfect time as
Exactly.
well with the NIL space and at college just blowing up. It's the perfect time to get out there and to get in front of this audience, because college sport is just growing. It's growing massively. So yeah, take it from Harry. Get out there.
I had a beverage with a friend last week on Wednesday with from Halo Sports, Tate.
Yeah.
Pro agent for soccer. He represents some fantastic athletes, including like some of the female athletes on the Ferns, like Ava Collins. And we were talking with the CEO of ASM Sports. He was in town staying with me. We went out for a drink, and the whole meeting was about working with student athletes and getting them commercial deals. And like that, I think you're definitely doing something great here, bro, because you're building a product that a lot of people want to be part of. You're building a platform and an audience that people would pay to get in front of. And that's huge.
Yeah.
Especially, as Will said, the NIL, the name, image, and likeness, that athletes can get paid now. In America, it's an absolute game changer.
Well, didn't Livy Dunn made $4.2 million last year?
Yeah, who's that
That's
girl at
crazy.
LSU?
That's Livy Dunn.
The basketballer?
Oh, no, not the basketball. She's a gymnast.
There's a basketballer at LSU that has a security guard walking around with her now because she's got millions of dollars in endorsement deals.
And
What's her name?
Angel Reese, Stefan knows. And the other one as well, Archie Manning. He's not even the starting quarterback at Texas, at the Longhorns, but he's obviously Eli and Peyton's brother, and he's got an endorsement deal, I think it was like $8 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's money out there.
Well, that's why I'm stoked about this partnership with ASM, because Ernie Els has got a professional agency as well that can manage athletes on the back end. And we'll definitely be doing some work in there with some of our athletes. I think social media is so important. Like, again, Lizzie Neal, golfer, NAU coach, really liked her because of what she posted on her content, not just her tournament scores that she had on her CV. So it definitely does help. So what's next for you, bro? So you're going back to Christchurch when?
I go back to Christchurch on Saturday.
Yep.
We start our pre-season for club football.
Mm-hmm.
We started this week, and I'm super excited to get back into the
Put your head down and just work.
Yeah,
Be on the grind for the next 8 months.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to ask you, like, Will, for those that don't know how much they could potentially save, for those in New Zealand and Australia that finish high school in December, do you mind sharing how much you saved before you went to college in August within the 8 months?
100%. I saved around, like, obviously I was living at home, like minimal expenses, because my parents, they're like, you just stay home and work, you save all your money. I think I saved around 25,000 New Zealand in that, working full time, putting like 80% of it away, doing minimal, you can assume you're not going out much with your mates.
No.
You're kind of on that grind. It's,
Yeah.
it's all about, what are you going to do between now and when you go? And it's like, my goal was to save as much, to train as much. And I'm sure a lot of athletes are in that same boat. So you can do it. It's quite easy. You just got to grind.
Yeah. by the time I head off to the stage, I want to be in like the best shape I can be, ready for the start of the season, because I want to go full guns blazing when I get over there and just show what I can do on the stage.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're going to your college, you're going to do well. Who knows what the future holds for you, right?
Exactly.
It's a blank canvas, and you got to go paint it, brother. So you get ready, man, and we look forward to following your success when you're in college. What's some advice you can give some student athletes before we sign off?
Oh, just enjoy the journey, like just take it one step at a time, especially with the recruitment process. Just enjoy it. Don't get too stressed about it. Especially if you're on board with platform, just let Will and Umrit get it sorted for you. That's what I've been doing.
There you go.
Thanks, man.
Just enjoy it. And when you get over there, obviously I haven't gone over there yet, but once you get there, just play your sport and just play for fun. Just enjoy it. Yeah.
Easy.
Wicked. Good stuff. All right.
Thank you so much. That's a wrap. That's an episode for the Platform Podcast come to an end. First one of 2024. We should be doing more of these.
We should. We've
just
been busy.
I know. We've been slacking, but we've got some exciting projects coming up. I know there's one really exciting one in March with another overseas guest coming and staying with us for a bit.
Big time.
We'll release some more information about that and even a few more showcases. We won't mention what sport yet, even though we've been working on it behind the scenes. So we'll be announcing some things very soon. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see you next time on the Platform Podcast.